Alright guys, how's it going? I need to warn you before I get into this video that I broke my tripod, and so it's like I've managed to get it erect, and I think we're okay. How are you doing? You alright? Listen, it's my last day in Mallorca today, so I'm flying back home in a few hours, so I'm not going to be around much today, and then my grandson and my daughter's flying out tonight, so they're coming to stay with me for a week. But listen, I'll be hosting a live stream on here, coptalk.tv, at 6 o'clock UK time tomorrow, Tuesday. All right? So, yeah, I'm going to go get a few videos out for you, sorry. And then I'll be on my travels, all right? Right, so, Alexander Isak. Can you believe we're talking about him again? So the Telegraph journalist Luke Edwards, do you remember him? He was the journal that came out the other day, caused a bit of panic, in the Liverpool fan base, saying Alexander Isak's exit blocked. That's it, end of. And then within 2 hours, he was posting on social media, could the player force a move? Do you know what I mean? So he totally contradicted himself. Yesterday, I think it was, or certainly within the last day or two, I think it was yesterday, he published a hit piece on Alexander Isak, calling him all sorts, just really went to town on him. If you look up that video from yesterday, it does say, I'm sure it says hit piece. I posted a comment and made it the pinned comment on that video, and you will see all the insults he threw at the player. Now, some Newcastle fans, they keep comment on my video. They've been alright generally, to be honest with you. Newcastle fans, I ain't got a problem with them. I like their club, I like Newcastle. They've been saying, Luke Edwards, he's this, he's that. Look, you guys know about your own journalists, but what you need to understand is my peoples, the majority of Liverpool fans, probably don't know who to listen to and who not to listen to. So when a Newcastle journalist comes out and says, his exit is blocked, then Liverpool fans are going to, be worried about that, right? So that's why we have to explain sometimes a little bit about these journalists. And also, even if it's a shit journalist, you need to tell people what's being claimed, right? So people can see where things are originating from. Some Newcastle fan came on here last night and said the Liverpool fan base obsessed with this player, and it's like, hang on a minute, you're saying that on a video where I am responding or analysing, a report by one of your journalists, Newcastle journalists. You haven't seen any Liverpool journalists, specific, committed only to Liverpool journalists, publishing article after article after article about Alexander Isak. It's your journalists, guys, that are doing this, and I think there's a lot of reasons for that. Anyway, Telegraph journalist Luke Edwards has made 2 new posts on social media, on X, formerly Twitter, and they are as follows. And I'm going to read you the 2 tweets, if you like, or they're called posts now, and then I've got Dave to analyse them. Dave is my AI assistant. I've been training him since last year to analyse football news articles, the journalists that write them and the platforms that publish them, and he's very good. My regulars love Dave. So, this is Luke Edwards. Latest on Isak's situation. If Newcastle can sign 2 strikers of suitable quality, as Rafa Benitez would say, quality, for sure, and Liverpool make a bid of £150 million, there is a chance he could be sold. The main problems are Liverpool have not intimated that they are willing to offer that amount of money, and Newcastle do not believe there are 2 suitable strikers left on the market. He then followed that up as a reply to his own post, right, and said as follows. So to make this simple for simpletons, it's not very nice, is it? There is no chance he will be allowed to leave. There will be no chance he will be allowed to leave. The board told him he's not for sale. His behaviour has forced them to contemplate the terms of what it would take for them to sell. Those terms are nowhere being near matched. The deadlock will continue. Right? Now, Matt, I looked at that straight away and I thought, right, the board told him he's not for sale. He will not be allowed to leave. The deadlock will continue. Well, what's the deadlock matter? If he's not for sale, he won't be allowed to leave. How can there be a deadlock? It's like a deadlock is during negotiations. So that was the first thing I thought when I read that anyway. But I asked Dave to take a look at it for us, and he said as follows. Edwards is contradicting himself in real time, Dunk. Here's the breakdown. Number 1, the first tweet. If Newcastle can sign 2 strikers of suitable quality and Liverpool make a £150 million bid, there is a chance he could be sold. That's an explicit set of conditions for a sale. You don't outline those conditions if a player is truly not for sale. It's basically a public, here's our price and requirements, without saying it's a public auction. 2, his second tweet. There is no chance he will be allowed to leave. The board told him he's not for sale. This is the bit I thought about, right? Then, his behaviour has forced them to contemplate the terms of what it would take for them to sell. That's a straight contradiction. If you're contemplating terms, you're contemplating a sale. Those terms are nowhere near being matched, means a sale is possible if terms are matched. The deadlock will continue. Deadlock means 2 sides are holding out over terms, which again means a sale is on the table in principle. 3, the problem for Edwards. His previous report stating Isak's exit blocked line has now morphed into exit blocked unless X and Y happen. His latest post just underlined that he's hedging. He's desperate to keep the club's strong stance front and centre, but can't stop admitting that there's a number and set of circumstances where Isak goes. In effect, he's told everyone the player's unhappy, the club have already thought about selling him, the only barrier is price and replacements. And finally, number 4 for Liverpool fans. Deadlock is a good word for us. It's not done and dusted or case closed. If Newcastle's replacement search suddenly turns up 2 suitable names, this story changes instantly. He's already gone from no sale to not for sale unless conditions met in the last couple of days. That's momentum in our favour. But remember, he's definitely not for sale apart from when he is. The club stance is as solid as wet paper. Next update due from Luke in another 2 hours. Jokes, Dave. And I would agree with that. I think for me, the bit where it was like he's not for sale, he won't be allowed to leave. What was it, guys, that I flagged up? The deadlock. He's not for sale. He won't be allowed to leave. The deadlock sort of continues. Like, well, if deadlock is during negotiations because neither side's moving, so it's a deadlock. If he really is not for sale, if he's really not, they're not contemplating letting him go, then it would be, well, there is no deadlock because we're not negotiating. So it's dragging on. It's going to drag on. I always thought it would drag on late into the window. I said months before we even hit the transfer window that I thought we would go for Isak, and I thought we would do it later in the window. We did move earlier on him than I thought, to be honest with you. But I still think that if we proceed further, that it will be a little bit later and not imminently. A lot of suggestions, of course, about that fixture between the 2 clubs. Even if the transfer window closed and he remains at Newcastle, I don't see this one going away, to be honest with you. Like you, I'm more focused on central defenders at the moment, to be honest with you, but the club are very calm about that, so I'm going to trust them with that. You get a lot of silly comments left on here, about Isak. I genuinely, and honour, and my long-term viewers will know that I'm not bullshitting, right? Couldn't care less if we're signing him or not. It makes no difference to me. I would like to sign him, of course I would, but if we don't, if Newcastle did stand firm or Liverpool just said, no, we're not offering you that amount of money, I won't lose any sleep over it at all. I won't, honestly. But I hope it happens. I think it'll still happen, and we'll just watch this space, I have got a text message. I've got my daughter's just messaged me, and she said, this is a quote from my grandson. I'm quite excited. It would be nice to spend time with him because we don't see him much, do we? It's good. Listen, so my daughter, when they go to the airport today, daughter, partner, my grandson thinks they're going to the airport to pick me up in England to take me back to their house. He doesn't realise that when they get to the airport, they're getting on a flight to come and see me. And he said, why can't we go and see Grandad? Why is he coming here? He's got a swimming pool. Is he stupid? you know, and his mum said, look, them flights are expensive, son, it costs a lot of pennies to go out there, you know. So my grandson doesn't know that he's coming to see his granddad. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him, guys. So they're going to be with me all week, but that's not going to change my work commitments with you, okay? Live stream tomorrow night at 6 o'clock UK. It's the first one in a while. I did say I would probably do some while I was here, but you know what? I've enjoyed just like chilling a little bit. And do you know what? I've done more work here than I would do at home. It's crazy. I've done more while I've been here than I've been at home. But I've really enjoyed it, and I'm very grateful for those of you, you know, that support my channel and you know, understand that sometimes I need to get away. All right, so that's it on that front. I will leave it with you. If you've got any commentary, you know, by all means leave me a comment. If you appreciate the video, if you like the video, thumbs up the video, drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, there's a love art under the video. I always give a shout out to people that do that in my morning briefing, which I'm going to record in a minute. That goes on my other YouTube channel, the Duncan Oldham channel. That link to that channel is in the video description, and it will pop up on the screen around now as well, okay? If you don't see the love art, there's other ways in the video description to support me. And a shout out to my channel members and my VIP members. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do any of this, and that's the truth. This is all I do. Cop Talk's all I've done, and I've done it for almost 3 decades now, but I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. But there's one thing you can do, all right? You can leave a comment, all right? Your comments are what keep me going. I'm on my journeys today. I'm going to get bus to the airport, be sat there a couple of hours, and I can read your comments, you know. I really like it. So I'll leave it with you, and hopefully I'll speak to you real soon.